All right, everyone, welcome back to the layout. This is the modular layout update and kind of what I want to do for the future coming up next year in 2023, kind of my personal goals where I want to take this particular layout. As you can see, the layout is up and functional. However, I kind of want to get this to the next level. And what I mean by that is I definitely want to have some side rails, some AD tracks, arrival departure tracks. I want to have a yard, and we'll see if I can manage that. So that's kind of the goal. I've got all these tracks here not being used, and that's kind of the goal for next year. So kind of giving you an update of what I want to do. So over here, as you can see, I have another modular that I brought from the garage. This is, if you guys can remember, this is my Phoenix Point module. Now what I have to do is I got to put the legs on here, the leg pockets, and I'll be doing a separate video on what I use for leg pockets, and we'll just take it from there. But this particular modular, what I want to do is this is actually going to get relocated to over here. Now this particular distance from this part all the way to Wilding's corner is actually the perfect length. I thought it was going to be a little bit too long for this particular area, but as I come to find out, it is the perfect length to go in there. So that's what we're going to do. And now it'll be connected to the Wilding modular that actually has the 3 tracks operational. So we're going to take this modular and bring it to that corner. And then this modular right here, since it's already got the road bed, that'll also be connected over here. So what that allows me to do is that'll actually have a 2 modular turn siding essentially. Now what I want to do is this particular outer track here, I'm actually going to create the siding. So it'll come all over here, it'll cross there, connect there, and then I'll build a new modular right there that'll have a 3-way turnout. So that way the outer track is basically my arrival and departure track 1, because then I'll be reconnected over there with Phoenix Point modular. So then I'll have my very long 81 track, and then what I plan on doing is I'll have an 82 track. So at the Y modular right there, what I'm calling the Poseidon Trident modular, which we'll do a video on designing it on any rail and then bring it over to modular for construction. And so what I'll do is on that track over here, it'll come over here, and then what I plan on doing is I'm going to have a 2 right turn unifrogs from Pico going into here, and then the third row will continue on this side, and that'll be my yard 1, because that yard 1 is going to come over here and then terminate at Phoenix Point. I was debating if I wanted to do another 3-way turnout down here, so that way all 3 tracks would converge into the center. But I decided, because I really want to do ops and makes it a little bit more challenging with this particular layout when it comes to operations, that have a dead end yard that can just store freight or passenger cars and so forth. I decided to end it right here. So the third track here will be yard 1. We have the main line in the center, and then the 81 track will be the third row on this side. So that's pretty much kind of the goal for 2023, is to get this entire layout operational for operation sessions. We'll have the dispatch board, we'll have trains coming into the 81 track, trains coming to the 82 track in the opposite direction, and right here will be the switch over to get into yard 1 essentially on the siding. So again, not exactly a big yard, but it's enough to get the job done and to pique all of my interest when it comes to just running a train circles, doing operations, or having a challenging 2 trains going 2 opposite directions. So that's kind of the goal. And then also eventually get this modular done. This is a Harbor Point. Basically it's going to be a water type of sea modular. I would like to put a little lighthouse in the corner here that I do have, and then put like a little boat or something on this corner, and the rest would be like water. So that is the goal there too. By the end of 2023 is to have this modular fully completed. We'll have the 3-point turnout here with Poseidon's Trident's modular, connecting and finishing this off, and then having the 3-rail system for the rest of the layout. So that's kind of an update to what the goal is for 2023. Now, I wish I can do this all in one shot. However, every piece that I need, from the roadbed to the track to the Unifrog, Pico turnout, right turnouts, they're hard to find. Apparently, they're all sold out right now, so that's why my phase 1 right now is to move that modular and this modular over to that corner with Phoenix Point, so that way I at least have a siding that I can put trains on. And in the future, once the roadbed becomes available, then I can continue it on all the way through this way. So that's going to be a process, to say the least. So some other things, the shelf over here is fully done. As you can see, I've already filled it. So the next goal is that wall down there will be another wall that I put a ton of these shelving over there, so that way I can put miscellaneous freight, trains that I run on a daily basis, and so forth. We got the passengers up there. I'm planning to get 4 more or 5 more shelves for the passengers. And then that wall is now cleared, because I used to have a shelf up there with all my cases of trains that I run at Samurai. But now what I want to do is I want to put all the shelves, again, similar to IKEA, and these ones over here, up on this wall, so that way I can literally grab a train, put it onto a layout, and then put it back. So that's going to be my holding pretend yard, just so that I don't have to store it like I got my Big Boy and Big Blow on the side there with cats and everything. I don't want them knocking it over. So that's going to be basically my holding yard shelving area, so that way I can easily access without having to put them back in boxes and back and forth and break details and all that fun stuff. So it gives me a nice way to store and get access to my trains. So let's see. So some other things, we are now progressing with the wiring when it comes to this layout. So kind of the next goal for 2023 is to do wiring and digitize this layout. So in my next video for episode 3 of how far can we take Digitrax, I've got the SE74 here that we're going to experiment with on our demo track up here. And then the next piece I'm actually excited for, I finally got in my PM74 now. If you guys don't know what this is basically Digitrax equivalent to a circuit breaker to control your layout from the brains of the system. So if a train short circuits, this is what's going to let you know when it shorts out. So I've got a lot of experimentation to do with this, and I'm definitely excited. And that's going to help me break out into all the individual sections with the BD4N, if I remember correctly. Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it. And again, hopefully in the future too, another kind of goal of mine is to get a proper command system. I'm looking at the DCS 210 for my command station, going into a booster system, going into obviously these PM74s. Now, I think the way the wiring is going to work, again, this is definitely not NMRA or Fremo standards by any means, because I'm experimenting with a new block detection signal system for wiring, just to see if I can make it work. But essentially, each modular is going to be independent of one another. They're not going to be connected together. They'll be isolated on each tops, and each one of those will be going into a output from the PM74 for, or what I should say is that it's going to go into the BDN4 first, and then it'll go into the PM74. I haven't really thought about the wiring diagram on how exactly I want to do it yet, but that's kind of the concept. So that way I can get command and control and detection on my JMRI dispatch board. So again, something that I'm doing internal to my layout. Really a unique design that I'm doing with it, but yeah, that's kind of what the future kind of holds for that. So but yeah, that's pretty much an update, and I want to thank you guys so much for following the series. We, as recording of this video, we got 250 subscribers, so we're officially 1/4 the way to get to 1,000, which is definitely going to be another goal of mine next year. Again, definitely ambitious, but I didn't realize I was going to make 250 this quickly in about a month. So yeah, you guys are definitely killing it. I did definitely appreciate all you guys helping and following, commenting, liking, subscribing. It's definitely helping out. So, and yeah, with that, onward to 2023. But with that, guys, that's pretty much the update in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.